Hey you guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Lark from Wellington here. Today we're doing our Friday news roundup, looking at all the hottest news from the week. Today we're going to be talking about NEO, Lisk, NEM, Substratum, Eidoo, and Ledger. Timestamps will be down below. Do make sure you stick around until the end of the video. I've got some tickets to give away to a Bitcoin conference happening in Las Vegas. We got 4 NEO to give away. Details on how to be in for next week's giveaway, and so much more. Before we get into all that, a quick shout out to everyone who has been hitting that like button. Of course, everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, this is not professional financial advice, guys. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Very exciting week for altcoins. Ethereum's up almost 30% on the week at $421. Bitcoin Cash having a mega rally as well, 60% on the week. Dash nearing $600. A lot of winners across the space. Litecoin holding steady at 76 today. Monero up to 165. The top coins are absolutely popping. Most of this demand is coming from Korea, but a lot of coins are moving very big in the space. BitShares up 61%. Power Ledger, of course, continuing its astronomical rise, up 226% in the week, not having lost any substantial value yet. Many other winners. Raiden Network up 97% this week. And on down the list, mostly green. A few are in the red or slowing their growth, we could say. Ethos, for example, only up 17% after the die down from the rebranding. Moving on to our first news story of the day, coming from NEO. The NEO Exchange white paper has just been released. Very exciting, of course. We will all be waiting with bated breath for the NEO Exchange to come out. The token sale will be happening in Q1 next year. This is just a tentative roadmap, but it is under development, so keep your eye out for it to come. NEO to announce the first dev competition intended for blockchain apps. This is fantastic. Nothing like saying, hey, let's have a competition. Come develop your apps. Gets people coming into the ecosystem, getting them familiar with the ecosystem. NEO, of course, has been quite prolific at getting out there, meeting with people, having giveaways, and things like this, so great. I don't think there's a coin in this space that at some point hasn't been called a scam in my comments section. This week it was NEO. NEO had an announcement of an announcement event. The community didn't like that. We did see a run up on NEO to about $50 in the past week, coming back down to about $35. People didn't like this. They felt it was a manipulation of the audience and a manipulation of the community. NEO has responded saying, we've heard you. We're gonna not do these kind of marketing events in the future. Hyping a hype, basically. So it's nice to see that NEO has responded to that, and that they've responded to it thoughtfully and said, we're going to change our ways. So that's good. Over at Lisk. Lisk's block reward has reduced, going down from 5 to 4. So that is a 20% Lisk reduction in inflation. Lisk has been listed over on Binance. Of course, Binance continuing to prove itself as one of the hottest exchanges in town, listing all of the new coins and a lot of our favorite old coins. Very nice to see, of course. Now, this week we did have the Lisk meetup in Berlin. There was a lot of expectation for this. There was a big run up in the price, as so often happens. Lisk got up to around $10. We have seen a substantial price correction back down to about $8 at the moment. A lot of criticism of that event. If you check out their Reddit, it will mostly be people saying, that sucked, hire people, get a better auditorium, get better sound equipment, etc., etc. That being said, the key information that did come out of this is that the rebranding's coming, 20th of February 2018. Big hype for an announcement for something that's going to happen that'll hype the brand, but not necessarily deliver anything new. Rebranding is a popular tool for cryptocurrencies to use. It does get a lot of interest, get a lot of people moving around them. Obviously, the real thing we need to see with Lisk is delivery of legit to quit tech and adoption of the platform. Until we see that, we're holding our breath and hodling, because Lisk is a great project, of course. Moving on to NEM. Something called NEM is underway. Basically, letting your devices be connected so that they can communicate with you, for example, to say, hey, my software is out of date, or hey, you should probably replace me, different things like this. Another great use case for NEM. NEM, of course, continuing their outreach globally, strengthening their position in Indonesia. So NEM Indonesia meetups are starting to happen, which is very exciting. NEM will be attending a fintech conference in Seoul at the end of the month. Great. It would be really nice to see NEM being more active in South Korea. And a NEM event in Kazakhstan. Also very exciting. And a company called Fund Platform will be deploying on the NEM network as well. NEM at this point, probably the second most used platform for new projects coming out, continually deploying. Neo, of course, is getting a lot more business these days too, and a lot of different platforms down the line, but the NEM team has been very, very active in attracting new business to their platform. Moving on to Substratum. This isn't directly Substratum related news, but in the United States, the FCC will be essentially killing net neutrality on the 14th of December. Now, it's an unfortunate political reality for the USA, but at the same time, a perfect use case for why Substratum and other competitors in the space are so essential moving forward for global democracy, for freedom, for the internet, for all that stuff. Companies like Substratum are going to be right there leading it. The new Substratum website will be launching shortly after the Thanksgiving break. Looking forward to seeing that. Of course, the more professional you can get your image, the better it is. Raspberry Pi under development for Substratum as well. The alpha test 1 of the Substratum test network has concluded. That's really good news. The sooner we see this be deployed, the better it is for, of course, investors, but also the better it is for the internet overall. So very much looking forward to the beta version of that coming out in the near future. I do, you do, I do, everybody do. Eidoo announces Aidcoin presale. Now, the decentralized exchange is not available still on the Eidoo app, but they have started doing ICOs. This is their second ICO, Aidcoin, and their first ICO is this one here, ETHLend. Now, that's really great. I'm excited to see that their platform is working at least part functionality already, but we really have to see that decentralized exchange come through with Eidoo in order to have the value come through for investors in the token. That being said, I'm excited to see this, and it is definitely a positive step forward for them. Moving on to Ledger. Bitcoin Gold Network is now available on Ledger and is supported by Ledger. You can come over here to the Ledger Zendesk and walk through the guide on just how to set that up if you do want to be using that. Ledger has brought in Stellar Lumens. You can now get a Stellar Lumens wallet on your Ledger and store your Stellar Lumens over there. Stealth Coin as well has recently been added. Qtum and Monero both on the way for Ledger. The one thing to keep in mind, they have 20 supported currencies at the moment. That's fantastic. You can only have 4 wallets on a Ledger. You can have 10 wallets on a Ledger Blue, which is their screen interface ledger. So you either have to get a few different ledgers if you have a lot of coins across a lot of different blockchains that you do want to have. You'll have to have a couple ledgers. Now, if you're thinking, gosh, Lark, 58 euros, that's a lot to have a couple of them. There's actually going to be a Black Friday sale. It should be active around the time that I post this video or a few hours after. It'll be a 21% off sale for the Ledger Nano S only. It doesn't apply to the Ledger Blue, but there will be a 21% off for the Ledger Nano S. Link is down below. If you haven't got one yet, go over there and take advantage of that Black Friday sale. It will be going through for 4 days until Cyber Monday. So you have 4 days to take advantage of that sale. Speaking of sales, Hashflare. Hashflare also has a sale on at the moment, $10 off their Bitcoin mining contracts, so $140 for a terahash. It is only a 1-year contract. Link down below for that as well. If you want to go to a Bitcoin blockchain conference, I have got 2 tickets to give away. In order to be in to win these tickets, email me, thecryptolark@gmail.com, with why you want to go. The best answers will be in to win 2 tickets to this conference. Please only email me if you're actually able to go. I unfortunately cannot. I was invited to be a speaker at the event, but it's a bit of a long way to fly from New Zealand to jump into a Bitcoin conference, as much fun as it would have been. This conference is being put together by David Hay. If you don't know who David is, David runs a fantastic YouTube channel on cryptocurrencies where he sits in his garden next to his tikis and his flamingo here and talks awesome cryptocurrency stuff. So by the way, if you haven't signed up for his channel, I'd recommend to go and check it out. Hit that subscribe button and make sure that you are following along David for your latest crypto news. And again, if you want to get those tickets, email me with why you think you should have those free tickets. Moving on to our community coin. Last week, Moeda Loyalty Token won the community coin pool with a write-in campaign. It was very impressive, actually. My 4 picks for community coin for next week: Smart Cash, Tyrion, Skycoin, and Modem. Come over here. There'll be, again, a link down below for this. If you want to vote on one of these coins, come over. If you want to see a different coin, click Other, and you will be able to write in any token that you want. And finally, moving on to our coin giveaway. This week we're giving away 4 NEO. Big shout out to Disco Dan C for putting up 2 NEO this week. I threw in another 2. That makes 4 the total in to win for the week. Randomly picking a winner. Who is going to be the lucky one? Z No Redemption. Please look into Coin Poker. Ah, you're missing out. No NEO address. Sorry for you. G Jones. NEO, thanks. G Jones, you are welcome. There will be 4 NEO on the way to your wallet soon. Keep an eye out for that. Next week, we're giving away 10 Lisk. If you want to be in to win 10 Lisk, put your address down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time, guys.